I'm gonna show you how we debug the part of the code which is injected, and I'm gonna go through a sample that's doing a code injection in Notepad, and I will show you how we can reach the payload, malware payload in the injected part of Notepad, and how we can debug it. I'm gonna open my debugger, run as administrator. I also will open process hacker. Remember to open this one also as an administrator. And I also gonna open Notepad. I will open the sample 18-1. Based on the APIs, we know that the APIs for code injection is gonna open the process, allocate the memory, and write in the memory, and after that run the thread to run the injected code. We need to find the call for opening the process. I already find it and put a breakpoint over that. Here I can see the list of the breakpoint. Let me go to the first one. The part which is call for open process, I have it here, and after that I also put a breakpoint in virtual alloc exe for allocating a memory. I also put one for writing the process memory, and the other one is for creating remote thread. Let's run the code till reaching call for open process. Debug run. We are here in this one. What we can see is said that it found the process ID AF4. I have AF4 is hex. I need to know that was AF4 is 2804. 2804. Let's go to the processes of process. I sorted with PID 28 25 28 .04 2804. It's the Notepad instance that is opened by this sample. You can see that it says that the process ID we can find out by which is gonna pass to this one. What else I want to know is after running this call, it's gonna process. It's gonna give me a handler to this to the process that is gonna inject it. The handler to the target process here is Notepad, which it wants to inject the code over that. I'm gonna step over this one, and you're gonna see that the handler is 168. Let me write it somewhere. 186. Let me write it. 168, and process ID was let's see, the process ID was AF4 2804 2804. Sorry, 2804. Okay, let's I'm gonna continue executing till reaching the next virtual alloc. Here it's called for virtual alloc. Again, you're gonna see that the parameter is gonna pass to virtual alloc is 168, which is the handler to the process it's got from the open process there, and it's wanna pass it to virtual address. It means that allocate the memory in this process. Here is this notepad. We see in process hacker that that one was a notepad. 2404 was the process ID, and it returned a handler to this process, and the handler was 168. Okay, after allocating a memory, I'm gonna I'm gonna step over it. But we can see that there is in EAX, it's gonna return us the address is allocated is 28D0000. Let me write it somewhere. 28D0000. Okay. Okay, let's open process hacker. In notepad, this one, you see that in the memory we have to see 28D. This one, you see that it's private and it has a read or write execution access. And I double click it. There is nothing here. It's nothing written yet. What we can do is I'm gonna run it here, write process memory, debug run. We reach there. Again, you see that process handler is 168. It wants to write in address to 28D0000, and this is the buffer. It's the address of the buffer is gonna write, and which supposed to be the injected code. Stepping over that, okay, let's check process hacker. I'm gonna double click this one. You see that the piece of the code is written here. It's the injected code is in this injected on that process. The other thing, if I continue running till create remote thread, let me see, debug run. We are here. If I click on it, it's gonna go to run the injected code. But what we need to see what's happening on that code. I can do like this. I can file attach. I want to attach that sample. The samples was the notepad AF. Let me see, AF. What was the address? AF4. AF4. This is the one. I want to attach this one. Yes, here I'm in the notepad code, but the place I want to reach is the address of the allocated memory. What I can do, I can press Ctrl G and go to 28D0000. Okay, I'm in the part of the code which is injected. I can right click on it and say new origin here. Yes, it's gonna start, and if I click run, it's gonna start debugging from this place. We can even put a breakpoint, or the other way was we continue from the other side after having a breakpoint here. Go back to the previous process, previous debugging that we had in the other one, and continue debugging from that. But having a new origin, it means that it's gonna start debugging from here, do a step over that to see what the payload is doing. That's the way we can reach the injected code. There might be some issue with when you try to attach the inject target process to the debug, it sometimes won't happen. The attachment will not happen. We're gonna talk about the tricks that we can do to do the attachment.